As the mist rolls in from the sea, one of Scotland's medieval carvings stands tall at the Old Quay Head, in the middle of the roundabout in the town centre. The Campbeltown Cross. The disc-headed cross dates from around 1380 and is thought originally to have stood near a 13th century chapel at Kilkeven near Machrihanish. Later moved in the 17th century to Campbeltown, where it stood outside the town hall, in the middle of the town's main street. There, it served as a market cross, as a well-used meeting point, and as a focus for the town's civic and social life. Standing on an octagonal stepped base, the cross is an impressive 11 feet tall. It's adorned with Celtic designs, carved with representations of religious figures, foliage patterns, sea monsters, and other mystical creatures. It is one of the finest surviving examples of late medieval carvings in mainland Argyll. Life revolved around the cross for many decades, but unfortunately, this was about to change in Campbeltown, Scotland, and for all of the United Kingdom.
I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This country is at war with Germany.
The announcement of World War II in 1939 meant that the cross would be on the move once again to protect it from potential damage. The cross was dismantled and moved to the safety of Kilkerran Cemetery, where it lay undisturbed for 6 years. Once the war had ended, and after much debate, the cross was moved for the last time in 1946 to the centre of a new roundabout at the Old Quay Head, the design complementing the cross in pride of place. But its grand old age and continuous battle with the elements and sea air had taken its toll. Two reports in 2019 highlighted major deteriorations in the fabric of the cross, becoming cracked and covered in algae. Urgent work would have to be carried out to prevent any further decay. Campbeltown Community Council felt it was their duty to step in and try to preserve it from any further damage. However, the A-listed status meant that scheduled monument consent would have to be in place and funding for the project sought. As the project would require a specialist team to carry out the conservation work, Catherine Doby, Campbeltown Community Council, and James Lafferty, Campbeltown Conservation Area Regeneration Scheme Officer, obtained quotes and applied for grant and charitable funding. With permissions received and funding secured, the restoration work commenced with the erection of scaffolding. A specialist team along with local contractors then set to work. Firstly, cleaning off many years of algae growth and making good the damage that the weather had inflicted over the centuries, the conservation project would ensure restoration to the fabrication, helping to preserve another piece of our heritage for generations to come. Work was also carried out to repair the steps and railings, and the addition of floodlights would complement the other improvements. Work to restore the Campbeltown Cross was completed in November 2020. A small ceremony was held at the cross to celebrate the restoration and returning the iconic 14th century monument to its former glory. Campbeltown Community Council is indebted to all the businesses, organisations and individuals involved with this project. And thank you to everyone for helping to restore the historic cross for future generations, for both locals and visitors.